Hi, very good afternoon to you. It's Dean from maverickstar. Guys, I've had all the equipment out this morning that we usually do on the Earth Alpha at a glance. We're going to go through that information that we've recorded for you with the equipment that we've got here at the observatory in a very short while. I just wanted to say that it's important that, at this time, I do understand people are, feeling the crushing weight of, the economic slowdown and inflation. Our money's not going as far as what it used to. But at the end of the day, if a few people help me along with me to keep things going, in terms of, some donations, because we have had the worst on record month this month, and it's been left down to pretty much me to keep, things going here. But if a few of us chip together, those that are genuinely feeling, a little bit of hardship right now, can be alleviated with not having to, chip in as well. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Look, guys, there are some real needy causes out there, and we shouldn't be putting ourselves on those people. However, today there will be a couple of thousand people see this video, and I'm sure, like me, there are those that, even though things are tough, we're still able to push a little bit further than the others. And I think that that's what we should be all trying to do right now. So, if you can, at the end of the video, use the link to make a donation, please do that, because, we genuinely have people that can't afford to. And, it's all about looking after all of us, not just me or you. It's about all of us getting our hands on this information that we do every month. And let's face it, in 2 days' time, we'll be doing the latest magnetic pole positioning using the Trimag system, which is the only ground-based Trimag system which is public in the world. So that is something, guys. So there's a link at the end of this video. Please, take a little bit of time out to use it and help me, in helping, the rest of our brothers and sisters around the world during these hard times still get access to something that is not freely available otherwise. Okay, let's get into what we have recorded with the equipment. So we had the atmospheric CO2 sensor out today. We've recorded the CO2 at 433 parts per million. So still low compared to months that we've been looking at over the last year. I still say that what we're seeing overall, and you can take these figures out from the historical records that we got on the website, you can take that information out just of the atmospheric CO2, chart it in Excel, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Overall, we are seeing a slight decline in CO2, and that should be slightly alarming. I don't want to be hysterical about it, because there's no need to be, because we're seeing slight changes in lesser numbers of parts per million than what we normally do. And when we base it over the year's collected data, we can see that that is the case. The trend is going down. And again, I mentioned the thermocline. Have we passed, or are we entering a thermocline right now with our positioning of that changing of spherical orbit around our sun into an elliptical orbit? I'm talking about the Milankovitch cycle. And the reason why I'm seriously suggesting that is because we're at the end of a glacial period. Sorry, an interglacial period. So we only have now ahead of us a glacial period where the northern hemisphere starts to change. Okay, so moving on with the atmospheric oxygen. I monitor the oxygen because, people do genuinely have concerns about the levels of oxygen in our atmosphere. And as you can see, we are still just below 21% of atmospheric concentrations of oxygen in our atmosphere. So, there's nothing on those levels to be concerned about. It fluctuates probably 0.20 plus or minus, but that's about all it does. We've got the latitude and the longitude of the latest magnetic pole reversal, which we've done at the beginning of the month, if you remember. That's 81 degrees, 51 hours, 55 minutes, 90 seconds north by the longitude, 114 degrees, 47 hours, 0 minutes, 15 seconds east. We have a radiation background count in microsieverts of 0.16 microsieverts. That, as far as I'm aware, is exactly the same as what it was last time. We have, and I know this will be a surprise to a lot of people, because what they've been hearing on the news about what has been happening in Iceland, you know, the possibility of another eruption, and you know, people get a little bit hysterical when they hear of, you know, a couple of eruptions taking place. But let me tell you something, you know, we've got 28 on average volcanoes in eruption around our planet, and it doesn't fluctuate much between those that are in eruption. So there is no epidemic of volcanic eruptions happening around our planet right now. It is pretty much normal. We got the latest earthquake there over the last 24 hours, measuring at a 5.9 magnitude. Muons per hour, slightly up from the last time, 541 here in the UK per square metre per hour. And again, almost 100 muons per hour per square metre more than last time measured in Canada. Sunspots remain low at the moment, considering we're only a year or just short of 2 years away from solar maximum. So the trend looks like it's to continue with regards to the grand solar minimum. The geomagnetic field is quiet, and solar X-rays are normal at the current time, and of course our jet streams are unstable as a result of the 20% depletion in our magnetosphere at the moment, which will reduce further the more we go forward into this magnetic pole reversal. So guys, that's your Earth Alpha at a glance. Again, you know, there is a link down there. You know, it's not just about me, and it's not just about you, it's about those people that genuinely can't afford right now. I mean, people are feeling the pain right now, and they can't genuinely afford, you know, even a small donation. So you know what, join me in pushing the cart for them, and not barring them for the information that we provide here at this observatory regarding these current events, which are major anomalies that are taking place in our time right now. And of course, now is not the time to not support this observatory, because now is the time where all these things are picking up pace. So having said that, there is a link down there in the description. Please join me. You know, don't leave it all to me, otherwise I'm going to get divorced even before I'm married next month. And you know what, I'll be back in a couple of days with the latest magnetic pole positioning for you. You know, till then, you take care of your loved ones, and I'll say what I usually do, guys. As always, bye for now.